Yo, what's up guys? Today I'm gonna teach you guys how to do this little kind of effect that CJ, ladiff, and a couple other Valorant YouTubers use in their montages. So I'm just gonna show you what it's gonna look like first. So it looks like that. It's just a little shockwave and a warp. I didn't really try that much on the Twixtor or timer mapping in the clips, and I already did the shakes and the blurs and stuff. I'm just kind of gonna focus on how to do the shockwave and how to do the warp. Let's get right into it. All right, guys. Um, I don't have any effects that you need plugins for, so you should be fine for this tutorial. And hopefully, yeah, you won't have to download anything. So first things first, you just want to like find the shockwave. Usually there's a ton on YouTube that you can just download, or people have them in editing packs. I'll link the one that I'm gonna use. I'm just using this like kind of generic one. You wanna just plop it onto your timeline, and then you wanna right click on it, go to blending mode, and click on add. Usually add's the best one. Sometimes you'll have to go to like a screen maybe, but it just depends on the clip and which type of shockwave you're using. So go to add, and then press Control Alt T on your keyboard to bring up timer mapping, and go one frame before your kill and your beat. Put the beginning of the shockwave there, and then go one frame before the end of the clip and the beginning of the next clip, and put the end of your shockwave. Then go and cut it at the very end. And you want to highlight both of the keyframes, press F9 on your keyboard, and apply a graph that looks like this. If you don't have the flow plugin, just go to the graph editor and make it look like this. Just like that. So after we're done with this, with the shockwave, we want to create a warp, little warp, so it just adds a little bit of impact to the shockwave. So you want to press Control Alt Y on your keyboard to bring up a new adjustment layer, and then cut it to the size of the shockwave. After you cut it to the size of the shockwave, you want to go to Effects and Presets, type in Warp, and grab the one that just says Warp, not Bezier Warp, not Mesh Warp, not S Warp Chroma, just Warp. Plop it onto your adjustment layer and select, for warp style, select fisheye. Don't have to worry about warp axis. And keyframe your bend at -50. I mean -25 actually. At the very beginning of your adjustment layer. Press U on your keyboard to bring up your keyframes. Go to the very end, one frame before the end. Keyframe it again and put it to 0. After you've done that, you want to highlight both of them, press F9, and apply this graph. Looks like this. Apply that. If you don't have the flow plugin, just go to the graph editor and it's right here. Just looks like this. Boom. Once you're done with that, you pretty much have the effect done. For the second clip, I'm just going to duplicate it. So highlight and Control D. I'm just going to drag it over. One frame before the kill. Drag it down to match. And then resize it. So it should be fine. So it looks like this. Yeah, so it matches up with the finished part. Looks nice. Alright, thanks for watching guys. That was a pretty quick tutorial. Hopefully that'll help you guys out, and see you next time.